What all things we have studied in this module? In this chapter, we have seen the earth is made up of several different layers of material. Okay, that you understood. Earth is made up of several different layers of materials. The outermost layer is the crust. The crust is classified into two. What kind of oceanic crust that consists of Sima and continental crust that consists of Sial. Next layer is called as mantle. Total 83% of the volume is called as mantle. That is the thickest layer. Okay. If you haven't note down these points, please note down these points in your notebook. After watching the video also, after this class, you can write down these important points. Okay. Subheading, we studied about rocks and minerals. Now we are going to see the video regarding rocks and minerals.
In this module, you will learn about rocks and minerals. The Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt was considered one of the wonders of the ancient world. Don't you wonder how this pyramid remains intact even thousands of years after it was built? The secret lies in the solid and durable material from which it was made. A type of rock called limestone. So what exactly are rocks? A rock is a natural mass of minerals found within the Earth's crust. Minerals are substances that have a definite chemical composition and occur freely in nature. Can you think of some minerals that you see in everyday life? The coal in your bonfire? The petroleum that you use in your car? The iron nails that you use and the gold jewelry that's so expensive are all examples of uses of minerals. Thus, minerals are used in various fields. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas are used as fuels. Iron is used for industrial purposes. Other minerals are used for making medicines and fertilizers. Most rocks are hard and solid. Because of this property, rocks are used for various purposes, like constructing roads and buildings, and for making jewelry. Rocks can be of different shapes, sizes, and colors. Even the textures of different rocks vary. For example, marble is smooth, while granite is uneven in texture. Based on textures and the process of formation, rocks can be of three types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Igneous rocks are formed when molten lava from a volcano cools down. The word igneous is therefore derived from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. These rocks are also known as primary rocks, as they are the first to be formed. Igneous rocks may be of two types: extrusive and intrusive. Let's see how these rocks get their names. You may remember that the mantle of the earth contains molten liquid called magma. When magma flows out onto the earth's surface, it is called lava. The red, hot, molten lava is cooled down rapidly by air. This leads to the formation of solid but fine-grained rocks. These rocks are formed when magma flows out of the mantle, hence the name Extrusive Igneous Rocks. Basalt is an example of extrusive igneous rock. You may have seen basalt. It is a black rock used for making roads. The Deccan Plateau in the southern part of India is made up of basalt rocks. On the other hand, intrusive igneous rocks are formed when molten magma cools down inside the Earth's crust. The name intrusive denotes that these rocks were formed deep inside the crust. Here are examples of intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks. Can you make out the difference in the textures of these rocks? Granite has larger grains, while basalt has much finer grains. What do you think is the reason for this difference? When magma cools within the Earth, the rate of cooling is very slow. Slow cooling results in the formation of rocks that have large grains. Granite is a common example of intrusive igneous rocks. It is commonly used in the construction of houses. The second type of rocks is sedimentary rocks. How are sedimentary rocks formed? Sedimentary rocks are formed by the sedimentation or deposition of smaller rock particles in layers called beds or strata. In fact, the word sedimentary comes from the Latin word sedimentum, which means settle down. Let's look at the process in some detail. Over time, large rocks get broken down into smaller particles as they roll down, crack, and hit each other. The smaller particles formed from these large rocks are called sediments. These sediments are carried by agents like wind and water and deposited on older sediments in layers called beds or strata. The lower layers of sediments slowly harden and form solid rocks due to the pressure from the overlying layers. This is how sedimentary rocks are formed. Sometimes, during their formation, sedimentary rocks may also contain preserved remains of plants and animals that get trapped within the layers of rocks during the process of rock formation. These remains are called fossils. Sandstone, which is an example of a sedimentary rock, is made from grains of sand. Sandstone does not get corroded by the forces of weather, so it is used as a building material. The third type of rock is metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are those that are converted into different rocks with different properties and texture through the process of metamorphism. The origin of the word metamorphic lies in the Greek word metamorphos. That means change of form. They are also named because they actually form or morph from igneous and sedimentary rocks due to great heat and pressure over time. For example, limestone, a sedimentary rock, changes into marble when it is subjected to high pressure and heat over time. Thus, marble is a metamorphic rock. Similarly, consider slate. Slate is a metamorphic rock that is formed when clay, a sedimentary rock, is subjected to great heat and pressure.